Hey everyone, StratX here, taking a look at Last Word, a fun little game that pits battles of linguistic skills instead of actually fighting monsters. So, this looks like it was made in, like, say, RPG Maker, but has been more extensively overhauled. It has that RPG, that kind of 2D RPG feel. They went for a really nice stylized look. It's got sort of silhouettes for people. As you can see, I'm running in a square now. I'm the blue character. And the other characters have all different colors and some signifying looks to them. Now, the meat of this game is the battle. So let me try a battle here for you. There's a few layers. Essentially, the battle is like a card game turned into managing different bars of different bars of power. Essentially, you're going to have a power bar, a tax bar, and then you can spend that tax bar on attacks, being aggressive with your skills. So this is a way you can interact with individual people. You'll get little assignments, you can look for clues around the house, you can talk to people, you can gossip with them, chatter, and then you can do some discourse, which is the actual battles. And I just want to show you and break down a battle here. So this is the battle screen. At the very top, you'll have power for both sides, and then you just have that number bar in between. That just signifies how much power and tact you guys have. And then below that is your tact. So you can't do anything. You need to start out with some power. So you have to do this disruptive ability, and then every time you choose a main ability, you get 3 choices of how you're going to spend that main ability or use that main ability, which is basically small, medium, large. In this case, they call it subtle, common, and overt. You can see the signifying numbers, and then off to the right, you see these shapes, a circle, square, star. Right now, we're going to go overt, because we just want to hurry up and build up some power. Now you can see what happened there. He did something, and then some shapes popped up in the bottom next to our characters. So let me give you an idea of what that is. If you look in the middle top, you'll see sort of like those shapes with the arrows. It's sort of a round robin or rock, paper, scissors. Square beats circle, circle beats star, star beats square. So, he currently has a circle, if you look back down and to the right by his character portrait. And so I know that a square will beat a circle. So I can either decide to try to build up more power, or best him with what's called composure, like make him lose his composure. So, composure is above each player, below the power bars. So you can see on mine it says irritated, on his it says collected, because he hit me with 1 dot of, to knock my composure out. So I'm going to do that. He has a circle, so I need a square, so that would equal the common. So that knocked him out, gave me some of the appropriate power. And if you notice at the very bottom of the screen, there's all the way from left to right, there's a bunch of pegs, and then there's a green marker. And that marker moved. That moves based on mostly your aggression, which I don't have yet because I didn't build up any tact to spend. So I could do submissive, where this will build me up some tact. Now if I want to, I can either say, well, I need a lot of tact right now, okay? So I just need it. So I could go overt and it would build me up plus 60 tact. But I could say, you know what? I could get away with less tact. if I can also combine it with knocking out one of his composures. But in this case, it works in my favor, the overt. So I'm going to use that. So not only was I able to spend all my power into tact right away, I was also able to knock out some of his composure. So you can see he really knocked me for a loop and put my, and I'm about to lose if I'm not careful here. So, square beats circle, right? So this is in my favor again. And you can see on the bottom timeline, I'll just call it, how far the marker will move depending on what I choose. So it's a big balancing game between all of this. See, so I was able to use avert, and it also knocked out some of his composure. Let's just do... I have a bad feeling about this one. I might lose, because I wasn't really paying super attention to it. I usually like to really try to knock out the composure early, too. So what? Circle beats... I can do that. But that only gives me like 10 power, so it's not a lot. But I chose it because it also moves the bar at the bottom where we're playing a tug of war with. And the further away from lose I have it, the better. So if I want, I can choose disruptive again, circle again if I want. But I actually want to get a little bit more and still move the bar one. Now, all those bleeps and symbols you're seeing, he's obviously got some kind of extra layers of skills going on. And, what am I trying to do? See, this isn't so good, but this is moving the bar a lot. And it is, what am I trying to think of? And it's using only a little bit of tact. This is, and I think it will, no, yeah, and it will knock out his composure, so I'm going with that. Now, sometimes I'll just be like, well, to heck with composure, I just want to make sure I'm balancing that bottom bar right, because ultimately that decides the win-lose condition. So I could try aggressive again. Now, see, I could try square, knocks out circle, and it almost gets me winning, but it will knock out his composure again. Oh wait, I can't choose that. I don't have enough tact. I'm just short. But I do want to move this a lot, so now I'm going to go ahead and use... That did not knock out his composure, obviously, because I didn't... But it let me move the bar a lot. Now, he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got a lot of power. And he is using skills, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So I want to build up some star. So we're going to build up a lot and knock him out. So now he's beyond return, and I was able to build up a lot. He's building up a lot of tact. I'm going to try to turn this... Now, I don't really have to worry about... his composure, unless he has a skill that can, like, lower it. And I'm almost to this point of beyond return also, so... But I want to get a lot of composure. Tact. I'm going to build up a lot of tact here. And he's probably going to knock me for a loop here. Soon. Because he has so much tact built up. Look at that. Ah! Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to try subtle... Because I have enough tact to go around for a little while, but he does too. So it's big tug of war. Sometimes the matches are really quick, sometimes not so quick. Whoops, I don't want that. And I'm actually using a controller, a game controller. So that's going to do. I want to keep doing subtle because it costs me very little. And it's moving it a lot. But I think he's just doing the exact same thing, isn't he? So let's see. Oh, so now I could have done this earlier. I wasn't thinking. But I can win. So let's go ahead and win. Okay, so it's going to tell me I've earned some experience. I'll get some stored experience. The stored experience is basically money that you can spend on skills. So he's going to tell me, you bested me. So the game has a nice aesthetic. It's very simplistic, like an RPG Maker game, but that's its charm too. And it's built solidly. The character portraits are really nice. Sort of reminds me of something like Professor Layton games. And it was really nice, the aesthetic they went for, having all the characters just different colors. So at the heart of this is a very it's a very puzzly kind of game. I mean, it definitely just gives me that feel of like I'm playing some kind of Professor Layton game on DS. So I can learn skills from this guy. I don't really want to explain the ins and outs of every aspect of this game to you, but I want to give you the gist of it. And I went so long with this review. I thought this review would be like 5 minutes. So I can look at these skills now. I have 27 stored experience or money, and I can buy skills, right? So I can buy Common Courtesy, which it starts each discourse with 10 extra tact, which is kind of nice, and 10 extra power. So you have a little bit there. So let's see, 27. I could go ahead and buy that. Common Courtesy. Let's go ahead and buy that. Alright. So now I can look at some of my stuff here. The game has a little bit of fun depth. Remember, just think in the vein of like Professor Layton, with layers of options to your puzzles, you know? Professor Layton had you had to solve the puzzles, right? But then you had a menu screen that showed you how much of a puzzle you solved and many of the extras you've collected, how many of the achievements you've gotten. And that's sort of like this. You'll go around and you'll find and discover conversations. As you can see, my level 4 newest invention discovery topic, I have almost filled up. But I can go around and talk to more people and have more discourses and fill that up. These are skills that I've gotten, and this is the one I have equipped. You can equip these. I haven't gotten any wine yet. I'm not quite sure what the wine will do. Oh wow, there is more. There's another page I didn't even know about. So this looks like an accomplishment. Learn Witty's special skill. So I can also manage looking at the different key topics I've been unlocking. You can see there's others locked still, and there's a level associated with them and a topic name. And you can just go around and look at things to make sure you just say there's a locked topic, but its level we don't know, it's unknown. So, and as you progress, you get very interesting advances in its personal story, which I didn't want to spoil. So that's basically a look at this game. I will say that it feels kind of simplistic. Like I said, it's going to feel like you're playing, and I don't mean you're solving puzzles, anything like Professor Layton games. I'm just saying that's what you're going to feel like. You're going to sit down and start playing this. I'm like, well, it's like a puzzle game in the vein of, that's the idea. The technical side of the game is, unfortunately, I'm in 642 by 482, and it doesn't seem like you can full screen it. I might be able to force that with my computer settings, but it's not innate. It's not built into the game. So, you start it up and the window pops open and it's just a small little window that you can play. So, You know, that's what it is. But it runs really well. So in that respect, it's going to feel somewhat simplistic. But that's a general overview of Last Word, which has that real interesting little puzzle mechanic. And that, like I said, there's a little bit of depth to it, because you're going to go around and you're going to talk to the different people. Sometimes you have to talk to the people to further unlock a topic before you can even linguistically fight someone, or verbally, you know, have verbal bashes with them. So that's a look at Last Word. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry it went so long. I rambled for like 15 minutes here. But hopefully you watched through the whole thing. So thanks again for watching. Leave any comments or questions in the link in the section below. And I'll see everybody in the next video.